Hey guys, this is Mama Made. So today I'm bringing you a different type of video than what I normally put out. So if you're stumbling upon this video and you're not a subscriber, my channel is mostly about couponing, saving money, and I do put up a recipe video. Once in a while I do crafts as well. I am a busy mom. Don't make a whole lot of time for crafts, but I do love to do them. So once in a while I do those as well. So if you'd like to consider subscribing to my channel, we would love to have you here. So today's video is 7 money saving tips for moms. I'm also going to be working on a different type of mom video as well. So I have some thoughts in my mind, get some things going to put up another mom video. I do love being a mom. It's one of the best things ever. It is very rewarding, but it's very challenging as well. So let's go ahead and get started on today's video. Being a mom, having children, there are some things that you can do to help your family save money. Children do cost money. It's just the way it is, but it doesn't have to be super expensive. And let's go ahead and talk about 7 tips that I have for you to help cut down some of those costs and to save you guys some money. Today's video is also a collab with Belle Barton here on YouTube. She is also a fellow couponer and she lives in SoCal and does Albertsons, some budget and debt-free videos, as well as some mommy videos. So go ahead and check her out. I will leave her video and her channel in the description box below. And I believe her Instagram name is Saving in SoCal, something like that. So yeah, go ahead and check her out. And thanks so much for collabing with me today. And she is a mommy of 3. She has twin boys and as well as an older boy too. So go ahead and listen to her money saving tips. We haven't talked about what our tips are together. So who knows, we might end up having the same things, or I'm sure she's going to have different things as well. Other mommies have other opinions and other views. So please check her out. I can't wait to see what tips she has for us. So my first tip I have for you is to buy clothing from yard sales, thrift stores, or consignment sales. Even better would be to accept hand-me-downs, but that's not always in everyone's situation. Thankfully, I have some friends who have children that are older than my children, so I get hand-me-downs and I always accept them with a big thank you because I really do appreciate that. Now, yard sales are great. However, I don't get to do a whole lot of them because I have to park the car and then get the 2 kids out of their car seats and then get out. I do like community yard sales better, to where I can put one in the stroller and carry the baby. That way I can walk around like that. Yeah, but buying used clothing saves a ton of money. Even clearance clothing can still cost more than buying it used. Especially like baby clothing. It is so cute and so adorable, but they only wear it for like a few months at a time, and it's really sad if you think about how much money is spent on new baby clothes and they don't even wear them that often, especially for your first baby. Thrift stores are great ways to find used things. One of my favorite ways to get used clothing is at a kids consignment sale. I did put up a haul. I will link that down below. A few weeks ago, they have them in the fall and in the spring in my area. In most areas, within an hour and a half, you can probably drive to a consignment area or a consignment sale in a different area. They are great ways to save money. I do put a list in my phone of items that my kids need. That way I can go and look for specific things whenever I'm at a thrift store or at one of these kids consignment sales. So obviously, if you're a subscriber to my channel, you're here for the couponing deals, most likely. So my next tip I have for you is to use coupons to buy diapers. As a couponer, I really like to spend about $3.75 or less for diapers. Now, I do have a friend who she'll pay me $4 for diapers. So, you know, whatever your price point is, but you can get diapers. If you didn't know this, if you use coupons and shop the deals, you can get diapers for about $3.50 to $4 a package of diapers. I've gotten boxes of diapers for $9 to $10. One time I think it was $8, but we can always get them for like $12.50, $13 if need be, but that's a really good price point. That is a great way to save money. If you don't have Ibotta, sometimes they give us diaper rebates. Right now there's Huggies rebates. We have seen Pampers in the past. So great ways to save money is to definitely use coupons and use Ibotta to save money on those diapers. And another thing, I know some people are really into cloth diapering. I really did consider it, but then once I thought about the price of that I can get diapers for couponing, I just didn't see that really making a whole lot of a cost efficiency for me. And a friend of mine told me that when you have a new baby, you want to spend time with your baby, not busy scrubbing and cleaning diapers. That's my opinion. I know there's some people who are totally gung-ho about cloth diapering, so whatever you want, but that was just my advice that was given to me as a new mom, and I took it and am thankful that I did. So we talked about buying used clothing. Another way is to buy used baby gear and then resell it. So I have 2 children. I'm not sure if we will have any more. Right now, we're kind of at a no for now. I can always find used things if for some reason we would have another baby and go ahead and just get them. But a really great way is to buy used and then just resell it. Try to think of the same price that you paid for it. A lot of the baby gear that we have, I have been working on reselling it for about the same price that I paid for it. Now, I did buy most of it used, so I'm just trying to get my money back here, not really trying to make a whole lot of profit. But if you somehow get a steal, you can maybe try to resell it. But I am a mom of a toddler and a 1-year-old, so I'm still kind of in the baby mode. But you could probably do the same thing with older kids. You could probably sell sports gear, buy used sports gear, use instruments, things like that. And then if for some reason you decide not to need them anymore, resell them, save space in your home, and get some of that cash flow back into your pocket. This one I know is going to hit some of you right in the gut because I have some mom friends too that are huge Starbucks fans. You have to have your Starbucks coffee. And I understand that as being a treat. I do like to have my morning coffee. However, I cannot fathom buying a Starbucks every day or multiple times a week. You know, that's like probably around $4 each time you go. If you go 3 times a week, that's $12. Guys, that is really costly for coffee. I don't care how good it is. That is extremely expensive. I just can't imagine doing that. So a little tip here, make your coffee at home. I know it probably doesn't taste as good as Starbucks. I can attest to that. I'm not a Starbucks girl. I'm like Dunkin'. If I'm going to get coffee out somewhere, I like the sweet coffee. So I'm a Dunkin' girl, but I don't go there all the time. So it's a special treat. If I get a gift card or something like that, I will use that for coffee. However, I rarely will stop and just get a coffee just because. So save yourself some money, make your coffee at home. You'll get used to it eventually. And it won't seem like such a, I miss my Starbucks. So save money, make your coffee at home. Yes, totally treat yourself sometimes if you have to narrow it to just once a week, but going every day or multiple times a week really, really adds up. Okay, my next tip for you is to make baby food instead of buying it. So we can get deals with couponing on Gerber and Beech Nut. However, it still isn't as cheap as making your own baby food. You can buy a bag of baby carrots, steam them, puree them in your blender, and you get a ton of fresh, homemade, no preservatives baby food. And it's 99 cents, and you get like a pound of baby food where you're going to be paying with coupons like 40 to maybe 50 cents. We rarely will see it completely free for a little package of baby food. Now, it is nice, and I would coupon for baby food to have that as a convenience, but not to have my child eat that every day at home. That is so expensive. A friend of mine, when she had her baby, was just like complaining about how expensive the baby food was. And I'm like, yeah, you should make your own. She's like, oh, it's too hard and I don't want the mess. It's not hard. It takes what the cooking time and the pureeing time. To me, the time outweighs the cost of baby food. But if you're super into convenience, you're going to pay for it. That's just the way it is pretty much with everything. So as you can see, most of these tips do apply mostly to babies. However, that is just my experience right now. I still have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, like I said. I'm still in baby mode and a season of life of just young kids. I do not have experience with teenagers or school-age children yet, so I'm just sharing some of the tips I have learned so far. So my next one is to use free and clear laundry detergent that is found in white bottles so it's easily spotted. Instead of using those baby marketed detergents like Dreft and Baby Organics, you don't need to use all that stuff. Yeah, it really does smell good, but you really even shouldn't be using fragrance stuff on babies. So I would just use the Tide Free and Clear, or what's the other one that I use? The Arm & Hammer Free and Clear. And then I would get Shout Free and Clear. I think that was in a blue bottle. But that way there's no scents and there should be no irritants. This is good for anybody who really needs to use sensitive detergents. But this is a great, easy way to just save money on detergent. That Dreft stuff is extremely expensive and it is not necessary. You do need laundry detergent for baby clothes, but just go with the cheap, good sale prices and coupons that we can get on detergent and just buy the white bottles. Save yourself a ton of money. My next and last tip might seem a little too frugal, a little too cheap, too tightwaddy, but that's just the way I am. I am about saving money. We do splurge once in a while, but this is a great way to save yourself a bunch of money. Now, like I said, I still have small children, so I can get away with this one. If you have older children, this is probably not going to work for you. But instead of ordering a kid's meal when you're out to eat, which we actually rarely do, we eat at home 95% of the time. So order an extra side with your meal instead of a kid's meal and then just have them eat that. So what I do most of the time, my daughter is a little bit picky now, so I will order a side of mac and cheese with my meal, an extra side, or if I'm feeling really cheap and feeling like I'm gonna share food, which I don't like to do a whole lot as a mom when we're out to eat. I rarely get to eat a meal that I'm not the one cooking, so I want to eat all of it if it's my food. That might sound a little selfish, but anyway, so I'll order an extra side or just give her one of my sides that comes with my meal instead of ordering kids' meals, because kids' meals are like, what, $5 or $6 depending on where you're going out to eat. And then an extra side is going to be like $2.50 or something like that. So you can definitely save some extra money by doing that. So those are my 7 money-saving tips for moms. And again, most of those were for moms with babies and small children, but that's just what I have experience in. So don't forget to go ahead and check out Belle's video. I'll link her channel and her video down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you will subscribe and stick around for some more money-saving videos.